The James Webb Space Telescope has delivered a revelation unlike anything previously seen. It hasn't just detected faint objects or distant galaxies. It has seemingly tracked the disappearance of an estimated 773 billion stars across multiple deep field sectors. They aren't stars that faded naturally or collapsed into black holes. They are simply no longer present. Whole clusters, cataloged by the Hubble Space Telescope, are now absent in Webb's updated imagery. This isn't a data glitch. The missing stars have been peer-reviewed and confirmed by astronomers. What's alarming is that these are points of light we've long considered permanent, now gone without a trace. Astronomers describe this phenomenon as one of the most unsettling signals since the Webb telescope began its mission, not because of what was seen, but because of what wasn't. The affected areas span vast distances surpassing the size of known superclusters. It's a cosmic blackout of enormous scale, and more disturbing still, this anomaly might not be isolated to deep space. When scientists compared this strange signal with other data, they found something unexpected. Resonances that mirrored the disappearance pattern right here in our own solar system, specifically on Mercury, the stars that vanished again, not destroyed, not collapsed, no longer emit the light they once did. It was designed to detect infrared wavelengths, and it's in this spectrum that the silence is loudest. These galactic regions should be glowing with heat signatures. Instead, they are dark, completely silent to Webb sensors. Cross-referencing with legacy Hubble data confirms it. The light isn't being blocked temporarily. It's simply gone. Theory gaining momentum in scientific circles sounds more like speculative fiction, cosmic cloaking. This idea suggests that some unknown mechanism might be concealing entire regions of space intentionally or not, by warping or absorbing infrared light in ways we can't yet explain. But there's also a more unsettling possibility that what Webb is detecting isn't optical at all, but a real and rapid dimming of stars, caused by exotic processes far beyond our understanding of stellar physics. Even though Webb isn't built to detect gravitational waves directly, instruments can still pick up anomalies in space-seem strange distortions where these stars have vanished. Gravitational lensing in these zones behaves erratically, as if something massive yet invisible has taken the star's place. Some theorize we could be witnessing the rise of hypothetical mega structures such as Dyson spheres, immense energy collecting shells, possibly built by advanced civilizations. The scale needed for such constructions would be staggering. Billions of structures spanning galaxies. Others wonder if this isn't about vanishing at all. Could the stars have moved? Some suggest an unknown force may be acting on entire galaxies, pulling or pushing them against the flow of cosmic expansion itself. If that's true, it would challenge the foundational assumptions of our cosmological models and imply our entire map of the universe is flawed, possibly even obsolete. And if there's a force out there capable of moving stars or obscuring entire galaxies, then the question isn't whether intelligent life exists, it's whether that intelligence is already watching us. The so-called warning didn't come with fanfare. It came with silence, the sudden absence of familiar. Webb was intended to look back in time to explore the universe's origins. Instead, it may be revealing its potential end. If a mechanism exists that can hide or erase star systems on this scale, we have to ask, is Earth in its path? Could this be the first stage of a cosmic event we don't yet recognize? Tension has since turned sharply toward Mercury, not for something new, but for something Webb noticed before a temporary data blackout just before the telescope's Brief shutdown, it recorded highly unusual thermal patterns from Mercury. These weren't volcanic hotspots or solar reflections. They appeared structured, geometrically consistent, suggesting an artificial or unnatural origin. The unexpected finds hundreds of thousands of tons of diamond deposits across Mercury's crust, likely from ancient impacts. But even more puzzling is Mercury's core. Mercury's core is denser than expected and emits a magnetic field that defies typical planetary behavior. Deep readings revealed anomalies that match the frequencies seen in the deep space. Vanishing events. Something within or beneath Mercury appears to resonate at the same frequency as the disappearing stars. An eerie echo between local and cosmic phenomena. This isn't random data. It's a pattern, a strange harmony, connecting a scorched planet in our backyard to faraway galaxies. The silence Webb recorded may be the loudest signal of all. No collapse, no explosion, no burst of energy. Stars and then not stars. Entire sectors that once lit our maps now show only but no red shift, no motion, just nothing. It's as though the universe is closing doors behind us. What happens when it's our turn? As the mystery of these vanishing stars grew, Earth's focus returned to Mercury, a planet long considered dead but now teeming with unsettling signs of activity. The European-Japanese Bay Colombo mission, launched in 2018, is approaching Mercury and should reach orbit by 2025. But the closer we look, the more enigmatic Mercury becomes. Recent studies show that Mercury's core remains partially fluid, unexpected for a planet its size. Evidence also suggests that Mercury once spun much faster before some cataclysm slowed it dramatically. What caused this sudden deceleration? Was it a solar effect or something more planetary? Scientists are now peering deep into Mercury's interior. Research by Dr. Nancy Chabot shows that Mercury's core comprises a massive 85% of the planet's volume, a sharp contrast to Earth's 15%. It suggests a catastrophic impact stripped the planet down to its core. Dr. Eric Asfer believes Mercury was once much larger. What we see now may be the remnants of a planet that survived a devastating cosmic event, but barely. Even Mercury's magnetic field remains a puzzle. Unlike Venus or Mars, it still produces a global magnetic field, though offset nearly 20% from its center. Mystery uncovered by NASA's Messenger mission. And Mercury continues to surprise. Volatile elements such as sulfur and sodium, which should have evaporated long ago in its intense heat, still linger. Some scientists believe they arrived later via comet or asteroid impacts. But the most shocking discovery, water ice. Not trace amounts, but significant patches of ice tucked into permanently shadowed craters at the poles. Alongside this ice, organic compounds, carbon-based molecules like those that may have kick-started life on Earth. Dr. Nancy Chabot's team confirmed their presence, raising the unthinkable question: could Mercury, despite its hellish exterior, contain ingredients for life? Messenger scans showed these organics nestled within the ice, preserved in places untouched by sunlight. Could these compounds still be reactive beneath the surface? Recent volcanic vents and surface hollows hint at geological activity, not relics of the distant past, but signs of ongoing change. Dr. David Rother's research into these hollows suggests volatile material is still escaping from within. Mercury is not done evolving. The South Pole's chaotic terrain looks less like a stable planet and more like the shattered remains of something that once imploded. Dr. Thomas Waters posits that massive tectonic events, possibly driven by Mercury's shifting orbit and the Sun's gravitational pressure have fractured the surface. More compelling still, seismic data from Dr. Amir Khan indicates Mercury has a solid inner core, wrapped in a liquid outer layer almost Earth-like but disproportionately large. That core is sheathed by a razor-thin mantle just 260 miles thick compared to Earth's 1800. This means internal heat and energy can travel with surprising ease, movement, flow, change. Now, scientists wonder if Mercury, a planet so small, battered, and close to the Sun, can preserve water, organics, and magnetic energy. What does that mean for the planets orbiting the stars that have gone dark? Could those distant systems have transitioned to something beyond our comprehension? Are they hiding something beneath the veil of silence? Webb's infrared eyes were built to see the past. Instead, they may have glimpsed a future, a moment in cosmic evolution we never anticipated. In 2022, more messenger data revealed nitrogen buried beneath Mercury's surface, implying a thicker atmosphere in its past, one capable of trapping heat, supporting weather, perhaps even more. And recent models suggest Mercury's ice and organics may be young, just a few million years old. That's astonishingly recent in cosmic terms. Mercury's story isn't over. In fact, it may just be beginning. Written by solar wind, comet impacts, and something far stranger. High-resolution images show fault lines rising kilometers high, the crust folding inward as though Mercury is still shrinking. Some areas near fault zones are even stretching, not just collapsing. That changes everything. Means Mercury is active, changing, preparing for something. And so the circle closes. James Webb didn't sound a siren. It didn't raise alarms. It simply pointed and saw silence. 773 billion stars in Cyan, and on a planet thought dead for decades, Mercury is pulsing with secrets. The connection between one silent telescope and one battered planet could point toward a truth more terrifying than anyone imagined. Something out there is shifting. Something right here might be waking up.